Eskom employees must decide if they will accept a 3-year agreement that includes a 7% annual increase and a housing allowance, or 7.5% for 2018 and 7% for the next 2 years after, with no housing allowance. Unions are not backing down on bonuses, which Eskom says will be discussed at a central consultative forum. Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan says wage increases will not be funded by the public purse.
Negotiations normally take place with the mandates being issued by boards. The finance minister doesn't come into it because he's not going to give anybody any money at this point in time. And I think he made his position very clear that the country is facing financial constraints, and we need to understand that. But secondly, remember, our objective is to avoid bailouts.
Fedusa says unions have a responsibility of approaching wage negotiations with the attitude of making SOEs sustainable and ultimately saving jobs.
We're also very concerned that if you push the wages in a direction that's going to put the companies in danger, then you're driving that management of those companies in a corner, and then they're going to resort to retrenchments. And we don't want to see retrenchments happening.
So where will the money for wage increases come from?
The boards and the management of institutions like Eskom will have to go and cut somewhere else, either in terms of capital investment or other operating costs, in order to be able to foot whatever bill is agreed upon at the end of the day. There isn't any fat lying around, unfortunately.
The threat of load shedding hangs over households and businesses until a deal is reached. Negotiations are set to resume next week. Minister Gordhan says workers need to work with government and not against it to save state-owned enterprises and make them financially viable again. Silindelo Masikane, Boksburg in Ekurhuleni.